The massive research vessel Celestial Horizon drifted silently through the star-speckled darkness of the Andromeda frontier. Inside its gleaming corridors, Yunwu Park adjusted her communication headset, her fingers dancing across holographic displays that flickered with endless streams of astronomical data. Suddenly, alarms blared. Red warning lights cascaded across the ship's interior, painting everything in an urgent crimson glow. Something massive had just appeared on their long-range scanners, a crystalline spacecraft unlike anything humanity had ever encountered before. The alien vessel looked like a perfect geometric sculpture, all sharp angles and shimmering surfaces that seemed to breathe and pulse with an internal energy. Its design suggested intelligence far beyond conventional engineering, with structures that defied standard physical laws. Yunwu's heart raced. As lead xenobiological researcher, she knew this was the moment her entire career had prepared her for. Her team of 6 researchers, a mixed group of Korean and international scientists, stood ready at their stations, each wearing specialized environmental suits designed for potential first contact scenarios. "Incoming transmission," announced Ji-hun, the ship's communication specialist. His voice remained calm, but a slight tremor revealed his underlying excitement. The alien communication burst through, not as sound, but as a complex series of light patterns and geometric shapes that danced across their primary screen. Complex, intricate, almost like a living mathematical equation trying to communicate, Yunwu's specialized translation algorithms worked overtime, gradually deciphering the alien language. Each pulse of light represented a concept, a thought, a potential meaning. It was communication at its most profound and abstract level. The crystalline spacecraft began matching the Celestial Horizon's trajectory, moving with incredible precision. No aggressive signals, no weapon signatures, just pure calculated approach. "They're scanning us," whispered Da-Yun, the ship's quantum physicist. Her instruments showed massive data exchanges happening between the 2 vessels, information trading at speeds humans could barely comprehend. Suddenly, a holographic representation materialized in the central research chamber. It wasn't a typical alien form, but a shimmering, translucent being composed of interconnected geometric shapes. Lines of pure energy moved within its form, creating a mesmerizing display of living mathematics. The being, whom their systems would later identify as Hana from the Crystalline Collective, seemed equally fascinated by the humans. Its entire body language suggested intense curiosity, almost like a scientist examining a rare specimen under a microscope. Yunwu stepped forward, her movement deliberate and controlled. Years of diplomatic training and scientific protocol guided her actions. She raised her hand in a universal gesture of peaceful greeting, a simple open palm facing outward. The crystalline being mirrored her gesture, but through light and energy instead of physical movement. Fractals of blue and silver light extended from its form, creating an intricate dance of communication. "We come in scientific exploration," Yunwu transmitted, her voice steady. The translation systems worked instantaneously, converting her words into the alien's complex light-based language. The ship's quantum computers worked frantically, processing billions of potential communication scenarios. This wasn't just a meeting between 2 species. This was a potential gateway to understanding entire cosmic ecosystems. Outside the ship's massive windows, distant galaxy clusters sparkled like diamond dust. Nebulae swirled in complex patterns, almost as if watching this unprecedented moment of interstellar communication. Robotic maintenance drones continued their silent work around the ship's exterior, completely unaware of the historic moment unfolding. Inside, mechanical arms adjusted solar panels, repair units scanned hull integrity, a perfect contrast to the profound biological drama occurring within the research vessel. Hana's crystalline form began projecting complex holographic representations, star charts, molecular structures, and what seemed like intricate scientific diagrams. It was offering knowledge, seeking an intellectual exchange. Yunwu realized this wasn't just a first contact scenario. This was an invitation to a much larger cosmic dialogue, one that could potentially reshape humanity's understanding of intelligence, communication, and existence itself. The celestial horizon hummed with anticipation, its systems perfectly balanced between scientific protocol and the raw electric excitement of an unknown encounter. First contact had begun. End of Part 1. The research laboratory aboard the Celestial Horizon transformed into a high-tech marvel of scientific exploration. Yunwu stood beside advanced holographic scanning equipment, her body covered in a lightweight protective suit that monitored her own biological responses while preparing for the most extraordinary investigation of her career. Hana, the crystalline alien researcher, moved with impossible grace. Her body wasn't solid like human flesh, but a complex network of living geometric patterns that could reshape and reconfigure at will. Each movement was a calculated dance of pure scientific precision. Your cellular structure, Hana communicated, through intricate light patterns, is magnificently chaotic. Biological samples from Yunwu's body began floating in mid-air, suspended by powerful magnetic fields. Quantum scanners dissected every molecule, revealing the incredible complexity of human biology that the crystalline beings had never encountered before. The first remarkable discovery came with human blood. Unlike the crystalline collective's energy-based internal systems, human blood was a living ecosystem. Millions of white blood cells patrolled like microscopic soldiers, antibodies fought off potential threats, and platelets worked to repair damage, all in a constant dynamic ballet of survival. Ji-hun, the team's medical specialist, watched in amazement as holographic displays revealed the human immune system's incredible adaptability. Where alien species might require complete system recalibration after exposure to a new environment, humans could develop immunity, create antibodies, and adjust with remarkable speed. Robotic nanoprobes carefully extracted tissue samples, moving with surgical precision. Each probe was smaller than a human cell, capable of analyzing molecular structures at unprecedented levels of detail. They moved through Yunwu's body like silent explorers, mapping the intricate landscape of human biology. The most shocking revelation came with human DNA. Unlike the rigid, unchanging genetic structures of the crystalline collective, human genetic code was flexible, capable of minor mutations and adaptations. It was like comparing a rigid computer program to a living, breathing algorithm that could rewrite itself. Your species is a living experiment, Hana communicated, her light patterns showing both scientific excitement and genuine wonder. You don't just survive, you evolve in real time. Demonstrations of human resilience continued. They showed Hana how humans could survive in environments that would destroy most known life forms, from the deepest ocean trenches to the most extreme desert conditions. Humans had found ways to not just survive but thrive. The laboratory became a theater of biological marvel. Holographic displays showed how human stem cells could regenerate damaged tissue, how the human brain could rewire itself after injury, how complex hormonal systems could regulate emotions and physical responses. Microscopic robots continued their investigation, mapping neural pathways, tracking cellular communications, and recording every minute detail of human biological functionality. Each discovery was like solving a complex puzzle that seemed to have no definitive solution. Your microbiome is a universe, Hana observed, watching the complex ecosystem of bacteria and microorganisms that lived within human systems. Not a weakness, but an intricate support network that defines your survival. Yunwu smiled. She understood this was more than a scientific investigation. This was a cosmic conversation about the nature of life itself. Humans weren't just another species. They were a testament to biological innovation. The research team watched in collective amazement. Decades of scientific training couldn't prepare them for the revelations unfolding before their eyes. Human biology wasn't just a system. It was a living, breathing miracle of evolutionary complexity. Outside the research vessel, distant stars continued their ancient dance. Nebulae swirled in cosmic patterns, silent witnesses to this extraordinary moment of interspecies discovery. Quantum computers processed massive amounts of data, struggling to comprehend the complex biological marvel that was human life. Each scan, each analysis, revealed new layers of complexity that challenged everything the crystalline collective understood about biological systems. Hana's crystalline form pulsed with an emotion close to excitement, a rare display for her highly logical species. Humans were not just another biological entity to be catalogued and studied. They were a living testament to the incredible potential of life in the universe. The investigation continued, each moment bringing new revelations, each scan unveiling another layer of the incredible human biological mystery. End of Part 2. The neural scanning chamber hummed with an almost mystical energy. Hyunwoo sat connected to an intricate network of quantum neural translators, her brain activity dancing across holographic displays that filled the entire research module with cascading rivers of light and color. Hana's crystalline form hovered nearby, her entire being transforming into a complex neural mapping device. The aliens' research had never encountered anything as beautifully chaotic as the human brain, a living, breathing network of infinite possibilities. Massive, holographic projections revealed the intricate landscape of human neural pathways. Unlike the linear, predictable thought processes of the crystalline collective, human brains were a wild, unpredictable universe of connections. Memories didn't just store information, they transformed, merged, and created entirely new neural networks with each passing moment. The first test began with a simple emotional stimulus. Images of family, moments of joy, scenes of challenge flickered across the display. Each emotional trigger created a spectacular explosion of neural activity. Blues, reds, and golden light patterns that seemed to dance with a life of their own. Fascinating. Hana communicated through intricate light patterns. Your brain doesn't just process information, it creates entire universes with each thought. Robotic neural probes, no larger than a human blood cell, traced the most intricate pathways of Yunwoo's brain. They discovered something unprecedented, the human ability to create emotional memories that could literally reshape neural connections. Simulation was initiated. The research team watched as Yunwoo was presented with a complex problem-solving scenario. Where a crystalline intelligence would calculate the most efficient solution, the human brain exploded with creative potential. Neural pathways lit up in unexpected patterns, creating solutions that defied traditional logical approaches. Ji-hun, monitoring the external systems, whispered in awe, "Look at how she's processing multiple potential outcomes simultaneously." Tachiwa's brain's ability to multitask was beyond anything the alien researchers had ever witnessed. While their own species could process information with mathematical precision, humans could simultaneously experience emotion, logic, creativity, and intuition. In a single moment, quantum computers struggled to map the complexity. Each neural connection was like a living, breathing entity, capable of changing, adapting, and recreating itself in milliseconds. It wasn't just information processing, it was a living, evolutionary system. The most shocking discovery came with the exploration of human empathy. When presented with scenarios involving emotional connection, Yunwoo's brain created neural bridges that seemed to transcend physical limitations. It was as if her brain could literally feel the emotions of others, creating complex emotional ecosystems that went beyond simple communication. Robotic assistants moved silently around the chamber, their mechanical precision a stark contrast to the wild, unpredictable human neural landscape. Each movement of the robot seemed rigid and calculated, while the human brain pulsed with living energy. "Your species doesn't just think," Hana communicated, her light patterns showing a mixture of scientific excitement and something close to wonder. "You create entire emotional universes with each moment of consciousness." The neural mapping continued. Dreams, memories, potential futures, all existed simultaneously in the human brain. It wasn't a computer processing information, but a living, breathing ecosystem of potential and possibility. Distant stars seemed to pulse in sympathy outside the research vessel's windows. The universe itself seemed to be watching this extraordinary moment of discovery. Yunwoo remained calm, her brain continuing its incredible dance of neural activity. She understood that this was more than a scientific investigation. This was a conversation about the very nature of consciousness itself. The research team watched in collective amazement. Decades of scientific training had prepared them for many scenarios, but nothing could have prepared them for the incredible complexity of the human neural system. Quantum computers continued their relentless analysis, each scan revealing new layers of complexity. The human brain wasn't just an organ, it was a living, breathing universe of potential. As the investigation continued, it became clear that humans represented something far more than a simple biological entity. They were living proof of the universe's incredible capacity for complexity, creativity, and endless potential. The neural mapping chamber continued to pulse with life, a testament to the incredible miracle of human consciousness. End of part. The simulation chamber flickered to life, a massive holographic environment that stretched beyond the boundaries of the Celestial Horizons research module. Yunwu stood at the center, surrounded by advanced projection systems that could simulate any conceivable crisis scenario with terrifying realism. Hana's crystalline form transformed the chamber into a complex test environment. Holographic landscapes shifted rapidly, from Arctic tundras to volcanic disaster zones, from zero-gravity space environments to dense jungle terrains. The test was simple, yet profound. How would humans respond to extreme, unpredictable challenges? The first scenario materialized, a catastrophic spacecraft failure in deep space. Where the crystalline collective's standard protocols would involve precise, calculated responses, Yunwu's approach was something entirely different. Her brain worked like a living algorithm, processing multiple solutions simultaneously. Robotic. Assistants monitored every microscopic detail. Quantum computers tracked neural responses, muscle reactions, emotional processing. Each moment revealed something extraordinary about human adaptability. A sudden hull breach appeared in the simulation. Most species would freeze, calculating survival probabilities. Yunwu moved with an incredible combination of emotional intelligence and rapid problem-solving. She didn't just react, she anticipated, creating solutions that defied traditional, logical approaches. Impossible, Hana's light patterns communicated, showing genuine scientific astonishment. Your species creates solutions from emotional intuition and logical calculations simultaneously. The simulation intensified. Multiple challenges began converging: environmental threats, mechanical failures, potential life-threatening scenarios. Where a typical intelligence would become overwhelmed, Yunwu's brain created intricate solution networks. Ji-hun watched the holographic displays, his breath catching as he witnessed something unprecedented. Human capabilities weren't just about physical strength or technological prowess. They were about adaptive intelligence that transcended traditional understanding. Robotic maintenance units moved around the simulation chamber, their precise movements, a stark contrast to the fluid, unpredictable human response. Each robot followed exact programmed protocols, while Yunwu created solutions that seemed to emerge from pure creative potential. The most shocking moment came when the simulation introduced a completely unexpected variable, a complex emotional challenge combined with a technical crisis. Most species would struggle, their logical systems breaking down when confronted with emotional complexity. Yunwu's response was nothing short of miraculous. She integrated emotional understanding with technical problem-solving, creating a solution that seemed to emerge from a place beyond pure calculation. Quantum neural translators worked overtime, struggling to map the incredible complexity of human decision-making. It wasn't just about finding a solution. It was about creating a solution that considered multiple emotional and technical variables simultaneously. The research team watched in collective amazement. Decades of scientific training had prepared them for many scenarios, but nothing could have prepared them for the incredible adaptability of human consciousness. Distant stars seemed to pulse outside the research vessel's windows, silent witnesses to this extraordinary moment of discovery. The universe itself seemed to be watching, understanding that something remarkable was being revealed. Hana's crystalline form pulsed with an emotion close to excitement, a rare display for her highly logical species. Humans were demonstrating a form of intelligence that went beyond traditional understanding. The simulation continued, each moment revealing new layers of human potential. It wasn't just about survival. It was about creating potential from seemingly impossible scenarios. Robotic assistants continued their precise measurements, their mechanical movements a perfect contrast to the wild, unpredictable human response. Each scan, each analysis, revealed something profound about human capabilities. As the test concluded, it became clear that humans represented something far more than a simple biological entity. They were living proof of the universe's incredible capacity for adaptive intelligence, creative problem-solving, and emotional complexity. The simulation chamber continued to pulse with life, a testament to the incredible miracle of human potential. Yun-Woo stood at the center, a living embodiment of a species that could transform challenges into opportunities, that could create solutions from the beautiful chaos of emotional and logical integration. The Celestial Horizons research module seemed to vibrate with a new understanding. Humans were not just another species to be studied, but a cosmic revelation, waiting to be understood. End of Part 4. The grand conference hall of the Crystalline Collective's central research station pulsed with an electric anticipation. Thousands of crystalline beings assembled, their geometric forms shifting with a mixture of scientific curiosity and barely contained excitement. Hana stood at the central presentation platform, her entire being transformed into a living holographic display. The research findings about humanity would change everything the Crystalline Collective understood about intelligent life. We are not just presenting data, her light patterns communicated to the assembled researchers. We are revealing a cosmic paradigm that challenges everything we know about evolution, intelligence, and survival. Massive holographic projections filled the massive chamber. Images of Yun-Woo's biological systems, neural networks, and problem-solving capabilities danced across intricate light displays. Each projection revealed another layer of human complexity. The first section focused on biological adaptability. Humans weren't just surviving, they were transforming. Their cellular structures could adapt to environments that would destroy most known species. Radiation, extreme temperatures, psychological challenges. Humans didn't just endure, they evolved. In real time. Robotic archival units moved silently around the conference hall, recording every moment of this historic presentation. Their precise mechanical movements contrasted sharply with the dynamic, unpredictable nature of the human biological systems being displayed. Observe their immune response, Hana communicated, showing how human bodies could create entire defense mechanisms against unknown threats. Not a static system, but a living, breathing, adaptive network. The neural complexity section brought collective gasps from the assembled researchers. Human brains weren't just information processors, they were living universes of potential. Each neural pathway could create multiple potential solutions simultaneously, breaking every known rule of logical processing. Quantum computational displays struggled to map the incredible complexity of human consciousness. Where most intelligent species followed predictable decision-making patterns, humans created entire universes of potential with each thought. Ji-Hun, who had accompanied Yun-Woo on the research mission, stood as a living testament to the findings. His presence added a powerful human dimension to the purely scientific presentation. The emotional intelligence segment revealed something even more profound. Humans could transform trauma into strength, create complex social networks, and develop empathy that transcended traditional understanding of communication. Distant star systems seemed to pulse in sympathy through the conference hall's massive viewing windows. The universe itself appeared to be witnessing this extraordinary moment of cosmic understanding. Humans are not just a species, Hana's light patterns communicated with increasing complexity. They are a living evolutionary mechanism, adaptive, creative, unpredictable. Robotic archival units continued their precise documentation. Each scan, each recording represented a moment that would reshape the understanding of intelligent life across multiple galactic civilizations. The most shocking revelation came in the final segment, human potential for collective problem-solving. Where most species would fracture under complex challenges, humans could create collaborative solutions that emerged from collective creativity. Research findings showed how human societies could transform challenges into opportunities, how individual creativity could merge into collective intelligence that defied traditional computational models. Massive holographic displays showed scenarios of human adaptation, from technological innovations to social transformations. Each image revealed a species that didn't just survive, but continuously reimagined its own potential. The assembled researchers felt something close to emotional excitement, a rare state for the typically logical, crystalline collective. This wasn't just a scientific presentation. This was a cosmic revelation about the nature of intelligence itself. As the presentation concluded, the entire conference hall seemed to vibrate with a new understanding. Humans were not just another species to be catalogued and studied. They were a living, breathing testament to the universe's incredible capacity for complexity and potential. Yunwu's research had done more than document a species. It had opened a window into understanding the very nature of adaptive intelligence, challenging everything the crystalline collective thought they knew about life, evolution, and potential. The cosmic revelation was complete. Humanity was no longer just a species to be studied. They were a blueprint for understanding the universe's most profound mysteries. End of Part 5.